What camera gear and accessories am I using to film these videos? I'm going to show you right now, even down to the smallest detail. So stand by. My drone. Anybody guess what the drone is before I open it up? Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Oceanside guy. My name is Derek, and you requested it. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys all of the camera gear that I use, the accessories, the electronics, everything I need to produce these videos. I'm going to show you today, right here in this video. So get ready. All right, first things first, let's talk about the mounting system that I use for all of my GoPros. Number one, you'll see this one right behind me, which is the GoPro mount from Super Rack. This is a high profile mount, which I use quite a bit. I also have a smaller profile, which looks something like this, which is right here. So it does sit a little bit lower versus the one that's behind me sits a lot higher. All right, guys, so that is it as far as what I use for the mounting gear for the front of my Sea-Doo. I do have to add though, how many times have you actually had to release your camera to take some shots that you're seeing yourself going forward, flip it around, plug it back in so you can get some shots of you actually riding the Sea-Doo? Well, what I found was from GoPro, this one is actually on a swivel head. Check this out. All I gotta do when I'm riding is just to grab the camera and just turn it around on that swivel. How easy is that? And I can bring it backwards if I want, forward. I can swivel it to the side, left or right, either way. And then when I'm done filming this direction, all I gotta do is turn it back around and I can use any angle I want. All right, one more mounting point that I have is actually on the back of my vehicle. So I have a sticky mount right here from GoPro. So for this rear mount on my vehicle, I can just use that thumb screw to tighten or loosen, then I can just get my angle on that. This one is on the swivel mount, so if I do want to get different angles, I could do that as well. But this is how I get all my shots when I'm backing down the ramp. So I like to use this small tripod, especially when I'm working on the Sea-Doo, when I'm doing my oil changes. This fits very nicely on the back deck and I don't need a large tripod. Like I said, it is a small tripod and it does fold up into a selfie stick as well, and it does raise and lower if I need to. So this is super helpful if I don't need a large tripod for any of my filming. So this is really handy. Okay, so here's my tripod mount. So I'll typically use this when I'm walking away or I need a full body shot. I'll just put it right on my tripod, which I think everybody probably has one, right? But here's a cool accessory right here on the top where I can either mount my GoPro or my phone. I'll show you how I do that. So with my tripod, I can just take this mounting bracket off and take this off, and I can mount my phone or the GoPro. So if you haven't figured it out already, I only use two cameras and they're both GoPros. This one here on the selfie stick is the GoPro 11, and the one that's shooting straight at me right now is the GoPro 9. The 11 is the one that I use all the time when I'm on the Sea-Doo. This is my primary go-to camera, is the GoPro 11. The GoPro 9, however, is the one I'll attach to the back of my vehicle to get some of the other smaller shots, or just put it up on a tripod when I need some other angles. So these are the two cameras that I use when I'm out and about on the Sea-Doo. So you're probably wondering what's on my GoPro 11. This is the wind muff. So I have found this to be super helpful, especially when I'm holding that GoPro, I'm on the Sea-Doo going 30, 40, 50, 60 miles an hour, and you don't hear any of that wind noise anymore. So if you're sick and tired of screaming over all that wind, get yourself a wind muff. These are great. Here's what I'm using when I'm actually riding on the ski. This is what I'm holding. If you haven't figured it out already, this is the new GoPro selfie stick, and this has quite the big, long extension on it. I forget actually how far it extends. I'll put something right here on the bottom of the screen, I'll let you know. But this thing is really amazing. It's very universal. So this is what I use when I'm out on the ski. I'm holding it a lot, like so. So when I'm sitting on my Sea-Doo, I've got one hand on the throttle, got my other on the selfie stick, and just starting to move around like so, starting to take different shots. It has a very good long extension on it, as you can tell. All right, I gotta say, I do use a chest mount. So let me show you how this works. It comes in very useful, especially when I'm working on the Sea-Doo. Just put this around, put it on just like that. And now I can just mount my GoPro right here. So now my hands are free to work on the Sea-Doo. This is something that I do not use while I'm on the Sea-Doo. I'm not gonna put this over my vest when I'm done, take it off, take off the vest, put everything on, everything off. That's just way too much. But I'll show you what I do use, which is super simple, so I can ride the ski hands-free. All right, guys, this is the last mount I use for my GoPro selfie stick. So all I gotta do is just zip up, buckle up, and take that selfie stick, put it right inside there, and strap this super tight. And this GoPro is not going anywhere. How do I know? Because I've done it. I've even been in the surf, flipped my ski upside down in the surf, and I went tumbling, and guess what was still there? The GoPro. It was still there on my chest. I tighten these up super tight, guys, and I'm able to ride hands-free. So now if I want to get some shots to where I want to look left or right, see what's going on left or right, keep my hands on the handlebars, and I can just grab the GoPro. I can turn it slightly to the left and it stays there. Or I can just turn it slightly to the right and I can get a shot going that way. So I can be riding, hold on to the bars. If I'm leaning forward a little bit as I'm riding really fast, I want to catch some speed, I just grab the angle of the GoPro, bring it up quite a bit. Now I know where to put it because I've misangled it several times, and I'll be like, oh bummer, all I caught was just my lap, and that's all I ever see on the GoPro. But I've gotten really good at it, so I know exactly where to put it when I'm going forward. Especially if I'm leaning over, I just give it a quick adjustment, and if I stand back up, I know exactly where to adjust it. Just over time, a little bit of practice. So this is the best GoPro mount I've ever had, and it also can save a life. And I gotta say, this GoPro mount, yep, only from Sea-Doo. Let's get on to all of the electronics that I use as well to keep everything running while I'm out there on the Sea-Doo. But before I do that, how are we doing so far? Can I get a thumbs up? Thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As you know, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate every single subscription that comes my way. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them in the comment box down below, as I do answer them all the time. All right, guys, let's get to the next part of the video. All right, guys, so this is what I use for all of my camera gear, accessories, everything is in here, and I just put this in my storage on my Sea-Doo. So let me show you what's in here really briefly. This is a watertight box. That's the #1 reason why I bought it. So let's get it open up for you guys. So all my accessories are in here, and it does come with the foam padding at the top to keep everything nice and snug. All right, so as you can see, I've got extra batteries for the GoPro. Here's my GoPro 9. Here's where I put my GoPro 11, charging unit, extra accessories to clip on. And the cool thing about this is this tray lifts right up. I can take it out. And then here on the bottom, I have pretty much other things that I might need. #1 is a tether cord that I actually hook up to me and the GoPro so I don't drop it in the drink. So a tether cord is actually very good to have. Other things like lenses here that I use for sunshiny days and whatnot. So I have a few lenses that I use. All the things that you need for camera stuff, I've got it right here. And this will just go right back on top. So this here is by Samtree, and it fits really good in the storage underneath the handlebars. And of course, everything that I'm showing you in this video, I'll have links in the description box down below. So if you want to take a look at any of those things, you're more than welcome to. So let's get into the next thing I have to be able to do while I'm out on the Sea-Doo, is to be able to recharge all these batteries. So when the batteries go dead, what am I using? All right, everyone, here's what I'm using to keep everything fully charged while I'm on my way. So this is a really good power unit right here by Anker, and this is amazing. It really powers up everything that I need super fast, faster than normal, I gotta say. So this is what I'm using, and here it is right here. And this does hook up to your phone. It does have Bluetooth, so you can actually see what's going on. And it's got all the plugs and everything. Again, I'm not going to go over into major detail on all these items, but I will have them in the description box down for you below. Don't leave home without this. Ever have a dead battery and you didn't have one of these? Well, here it is, guys. This is by Noco, and this has been a lifesaver already. I have actually had to use this a couple of times already. One time we were getting ready to go out to Catalina Island. We had 12 skis with us, and one of our friends' battery just died, and we were about to take off. Good thing I brought it, And I gotta say, it is a lifesaver. Again, not to go over all the details, but it does come with a charge, so you can bring it back home, get this thing charged back up. Again, super lifesaver. I never leave home without it. It is always in my ski. I found this from one of my YouTube friends out there in Florida. You gotta check him out. His channel is Weekenders on the Water. And if he hadn't have used this, if he hadn't have shown it to me, I wouldn't have had it, and we might have been in trouble. So thank you to Weekenders on the Water. Quick shout out for you, buddy. All right, guys, so here is what I use, the Horizon HX300 for my radio. So super simple, right? I just have a clip on the back of it, and I'll put that right on my life vest, and we'll call it a day. And you're probably wondering what was in this thing at the beginning of the video. Well, this is waterproof as well, too. I got a quick little clip on here, and are all my SD cards. Completely safe, dry, and small, compact. And lastly, the moment y'all been waiting for is my drone. Anybody guess what the drone is before I open it up? I'll give you a few seconds.
Take off.
And there it is, the DJI Mini 4 Pro. And the controller. Absolutely love this thing. I've got to say, I've crashed it once already, went into the drink in the ocean. Yeah, that won't happen again. So I'm curious, what drone do you guys use when you are out on your Sea-Doo to catch all those cool shots? If you have a favorite video that you've seen throughout 2024, you gotta let me know which one it is. I'd be interested in finding out which one you like the most out of 2024. That is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, make today your best day, because tomorrow isn't promised. Until next time, guys, I will see you on the water.